Please subscribe and hit the reminder bell, because in the next video, I will explain why public perceptions that Patsy wrote the note were based on false information. I will also discuss Chena Wong's involvement in the case, her role in promoting the idea that Patsy Ramsey wrote the ransom note, and whether she was qualified to make those statements or assessments. Did Patsy Ramsey author the ransom note? The answer is a resounding no. It has been falsely suggested that the Ramseys hired a group of biased individuals to examine the handwriting of Patsy Ramsey and other suspects. However, this could not be further from the truth. The handwriting specialists involved were vetted professionals, including members of the Question Documents section of the American Academy of Forensic Sciences, a highly reputable organization within the forensic science community. Additionally, some of these experts had direct experience with or training from the U.S. Secret Service, further ensuring their expertise and impartiality. Here's a breakdown of the forensic document examiners hired to analyze Patsy Ramsey's handwriting samples. Hired by the Boulder Police Department. Chet Abowski of the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. Richard Duzik, a forensic document examiner with the U.S. Secret Service. Next, these specialists were hired by the Ramsey family. Leonard Spetkin, retired from the American Board of Forensic Document Examiners, with extensive training and experience in forensic document examination. Edwin Alford, Chief Document Examiner and Chief of the Identification Branch at the U.S. Secret Service. Lloyd Cunningham, a former police officer with U.S. Secret Service training and a forensic document examiner who has examined thousands of documents related to the Zodiac Killer. Howard Ryle, former president of the American Society of Question Document Examiners, his distinguished career included serving as a forensic document examiner at the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. He was a noted expert in the field, having authored several professional papers and contributed to the revision of scientific examination of question documents. Ryle was recognized with the Albert S. Osborne Award of Excellence in 2014 for his contributions to forensic document examination. Alex Hunter, the district attorney for Boulder County, testified under oath that the experts hired could not prove that Patsy Ramsey wrote the ransom note. Despite what some media reports might suggest, the evidence did not support the idea that she was the author. In the Wolf v. Ramsey libel case, Alex Hunter confirmed in his deposition that handwriting experts had determined the likelihood of Patsy Ramsey being the author of the ransom note was very low. He also noted that other suspects had not been excluded as potential authors of the note. The findings of 6 qualified experts collectively support that Patsy Ramsey did not author the ransom note. Excerpt from court deposition in the Wolf v. Ramsey lawsuit. Chet Abowski of the Colorado Bureau of Investigation concluded that the evidence fell short of supporting a conclusion that Mrs. Ramsey wrote the note. Leonard Spetkin noted that differences between Mrs. Ramsey's handwriting and that of the ransom note's author prevented him from identifying her as the author, though he was unable to eliminate her. Edwin Alford stated that the evidence fell short of supporting a conclusion that Mrs. Ramsey wrote the note. Richard Duzik concluded that there was no evidence to indicate that Patsy Ramsey executed any of the question material appearing on the ransom note. Lloyd Cunningham found no significant individual characteristics shared by Mrs. Ramsey's handwriting and the author of the ransom note. Howard Ryle concluded that Mrs. Ramsey was between probably not and elimination on a scale of whether she wrote the ransom note. It is critical to remember that these were highly trained and vetted forensic document specialists who would not risk their esteemed careers to lie for the Ramseys. They were not friends or family members of the Ramsey family, they were verified experts. Patsy Ramsey did not write the ransom note. So, common sense should guide us to consider who else in that inner circle had the motive, means, and opportunity. No, it was not Burke or John, they had no motive whatsoever. But who else in that inner circle did?